Hey y'all, it's Divine Butte, and today I'm going to be talking about the necessary need to change while you're in a relationship. And I'm sorry, but I'm one that believes that change is necessary. To be in a relationship, you're no longer with yourself. So if you're going to want the company of somebody else, it's going to require you doing things that it's going to require you not doing some of the things that you're used to doing. So let me first give some examples of things that you shouldn't have to change. And then I'll give you some examples of things that you should have to change, right? Okay, so let me see. Some things that you shouldn't have to change is, for example, um I smack when I eat. I smack when I eat. That shouldn't be like a deal breaker, right? Um, I could try um not smacking so loud, but I've been like that all my life. So I'm not about to uh just, every time I'm eating something, think about, oh, I don't want to offend him. I don't That type of stuff is natural. Everyone has to eat. Or, uh maybe the sound that your pee makes when it hits the toilet. I've heard a guy complain that, a man shouldn't hear you pee, and he would go crazy if I didn't turn the fan on while urinating. Um, how I walk. I sometimes stomp and I don't realize that I'm stomping. Um, I could try to, tone it down and stuff like that, but it's natural. We all have to walk. Nobody wants to be thinking about, um, oh, I hope I'm not being too loud. No, like I'm obviously not doing it on purpose, Um, but yeah, like I'm not about to think about, oh, I hope I'm not stomping. The neighbors downstairs, they're not disturbed, but you are, in the same house with me. Um, Let me see. Laughing too much. You shouldn't have to change laughing too much. The joy. You shouldn't have to change that. Um, Life will give you plenty opportunities to be sad. Plenty of reasons to be sad, but you need to smile and laugh as much as you can. Um, and it creates less stress. Um, so those are kind of like examples, small things that it's like, yeah, you may do this, but it's not a deal breaker. It's not it Those type of stuff, those type of things shouldn't even be argued about. Okay? Now, some of the things that you do have to change is and if you want to be in a relationship, is cheating, lying, stealing, flirting, not communicating, cleanliness, not throwing your clothes on the floor. Please don't throw your clothes on the floor. And oh my gosh, what clothes is that? That's dirty. That is very dirty. You have to change that kind of stuff. That type of stuff, that's not healthy. All of the stuff that I just named, that stuff is not healthy. And that type of stuff, when you do that, is going to bring about conflict. Okay, it's going to bring chaos between you and your spouse. Um, let's see, what are some more? acting nonchalant, um, always accusing, but never wanting to show your phone, show proof that you're not cheating. Um, so yeah, that type of stuff. That type of stuff you have to change. And if you think someone is just going to come in and just be like, okay, I know he's a cheater, I'm gonna stay with it. No. You can do that for like a friends with benefits, or a woman who doesn't know her worth, or a man who doesn't know their worth. But you cannot play that on somebody who is ready to love and receive love. Okay, we've all been at that stage in life. Well, the majority of us, because some people, I can't speak for all, but the majority of us have gone through, the puppy love, where we think, somebody loves us just as much as we love them. Um, no, we've grown past that. When you're ready to love and you're looking for someone to love you, things have to be different. You have to change. I I am against the statements about these people saying, "Oh, you have to meet them where they are. You have to accept them for them." It's a difference between natural and normal. Okay? I'm not about to accept, I'm loving on you, and then one day you just snap on me, yell and stuff. That's connected to anger issues. That's not healthy for either one of us. Right? The stuff that is healthy is stuff that doesn't require it doesn't bring about conflict. Okay, if it's going to bring about conflict and stuff, and some people, you like, that's why I named some of the things that shouldn't really require change, or it's not like a deal breaker. Because you have some people that nitpick about everything. They are very controlling. Like, if I open a bag of chips and you ask me, why did I open it like that? And then next thing you know, we're fighting all day about how I opened a bag of chips. I've been through that kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, oh my gosh, if I go to sleep during a movie, we have to fight about, even though I worked 12 hours today, I'm trying to spend time with the family when I come home. I have to argue about falling asleep during the movie. I worked 12 hours today. I am very tired. Sometimes, even if I didn't work 12 hours, I would wake up very early, make sure he has lunch, fix my child lunch, fix me lunch. Early in the morning, I'm waking up 4 o'clock, fixing him like a smoothie or something like that, to enjoy while he's on his way to work. So yeah, I'm waking up 4 o'clock in the morning. Even if I didn't work a full day, then I'm sometimes I can't go back to sleep or whatnot. So then it's time to make sure I get my son up, make sure I get me up, and take him to daycare, then head to work. That type of stuff wears you out, and I don't think people appreciate other people's time. They think, just because you went to work and you did 8 hours, and I did 8 hours, I'm not supposed to be sleepy because you aren't sleepy. And so we would, an ex of mine, we would argue. I would say, okay, I'll watch a movie with y'all or whatnot. And I'm passed out. 5 minutes, I'm passed out. I try to make it. It's so hard for me. Even today, I go to sleep. When I cut a movie on, I can sit up and I will find myself sleep. I will wake up sitting up, sleep. So yeah, that type of stuff is very hard for me. If I watch a movie, it has to be after I just rested. Um, but yeah, you don't want to have to argue about stuff like that, guys. You don't want to have to argue about how you do your hair. You don't want to argue about the clothes that you decide to wear if they're not disrespectful. Like if you've been telling me that I haven't been covering up and then I cover up and then you start saying things like I never dress well, I don't dress well, or I never get dressed up for you and stuff like that. It's like, what do you want? You shouldn't have to argue about that kind of stuff. It's so much more, and that's what I realized. That's why sometimes I just try to ignore people, because there is so many more important things to argue about in life, and people just feel like just because it's something that makes them uncomfortable that they can just say something. If how I eat disturbs you, if how I'm brushing my teeth disturbs you, if how I did my hair disturbs you, then we're not meant to be together. You don't want someone who complains about every single thing. And then you have ones that disrespect you on a daily basis and say you complain about everything. You damn right. If you're in a relationship with me, I'm going to complain about you, saying you don't have time for me, but you're in a bunch of other people's faces, or you saying you're caught up in meetings and then I catch you talking to other people, or and when I say catch you talking to other people, I've been in some one time I dated a person from work or whatnot, and it was always, I'm in a meeting, I'm doing this, and then okay, after you get out the meeting, you have time, but I walk past your office and you're watching videos on your phone. You don't see my text, you're watching videos on your phone. Or and that's cool. But just say, I don't feel like talking right now. I don't lie. Why do you feel the need to lie? Or, you can't make 5 minutes for me. You can't make 5 minutes to talk to me, but you've been talking to somebody else who clearly is not talking about anything. You've been talking to them for 30 minutes, or when you're on your lunch break. When you have some people, they on their lunch break. You don't have time for me. You don't have time. You don't have 10 minutes to give me, but you spent your whole lunch break with somebody else, eating around them and stuff like that type of stuff. Those are mind games. And it's just basically a person putting you to the side. You have to realize when someone is just putting you to the side because they're no longer interested and they don't have the courage. They don't have the human decency to tell you, to be honest with you. Okay? You have to realize when someone no longer values your time, values the time that they spend with you. You have to realize that. But yeah, it's so many things that you shouldn't have to argue about. You shouldn't have to argue. But yeah, I'm a big advocate when it comes to changing in a relationship. If I'm not communicating well, like obviously I can't just leave the house. I have to, say something if you wake up and I'm gone. and haven't left you a message, haven't written like a note, woke you up and say, hey babe, I'm gonna run to the store, and I'm just gone. Like, that type of stuff, I would have to change or be single. Who is going to deal with that? Or if I'm telling you, I'm sorry babe, I gotta do this, I'm always busy, but I find time to hang out with my girls. I find time to go to the mall for 5 hours. I find time to go out with my girls, have drinks. I don't come back until 2 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. Like, so you're spending quality time with friends, but you can't spend quality time with a person that holds you down. You have to change. You have to change. Nobody is going to accept that. Nobody in their right mind. Nobody in their right mind. It's a lot of people in their wrong mind. Nobody in their right mind is going to accept that. Nobody. So you're going to get a bunch of nagging. And the reason why you get a bunch of nagging is because you have a person that loves you, is trying to work with you on stuff. If you don't, let me tell you something. If you know you're doing all the wrong things in a relationship, but that person is not saying anything, either that person is scared of you or that person just doesn't give a flying freak. That person does not care that you're doing what you're doing. Maybe you're being used by that person or something. But a real man or a real woman that values your time, is trying to always grow with you, they're not just going to go for that and not say anything. They know their worth. If you know your worth, you're going to stand up and say something. Like if somebody is bullying you, people that have gotten bullied, they didn't know their worth. They didn't know their worth. Okay? But when you say something, when you finally step up and say something, it's like, well, I'm not this, and you're not about to put your hands on me. And, even if you're not confident about it, you're going to say something because you know your worth. Even if this person can beat you up. I would rather get beat up every single day than for me to sit up here and the more you tolerate that kind of stuff and just act like it's not happening when you really care for this person, when you don't do the things that they do, the more you just act like it's not happening, the more you start to accept, and the more you will slowly lose yourself. So change is required. If you're doing these type of things, lying, stealing, cheating, all that, other bad things, in front of you're just flirting and all of that, like, come on, you have to change, and you know that. You don't want anybody doing it to you, so why are you doing it to somebody else? If you caught your spouse doing what you're doing, it would be an argument. But just because you feel like you are who you are and you are where you are, you feel like they shouldn't say anything because that's you. And you're not going to place yourself inside of a box. And you're not going to let anybody stop you from what you got going on. Once they start talking like that, it's time to leave. It's time to leave them. Once they start to say, well, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to be placed inside of a box. You're not going to stop me from living life. It's time to leave because all they give of I'm sorry, I'm trying not to cuss because it annoys me. You get in a relationship and you think stuff is about you, but it's time to leave. They don't give a dang about what y'all have going on. They start talking about me, myself, and I. Well, if it's you, yourself, and you need to be alone. You don't need to be in a relationship. I'm sorry. I thought that we both signed up to be in a relationship, to respect one another, and you're constantly disrespecting me disrespecting me, period, whether it's constant or not. You're disrespecting me, and are you disrespected me and expect me to stay quiet? That's not what we're doing here. So if that person is not going to change, just end the relationship, even if it hurts you, because it's going to get worse. I've been in situations like that. It got worse. And at the end, they're going to keep saying, well, if you feel this type of way, why are you here? Why are you still here? Because you had someone who really loved you, who actually loved you, who was actually trying and stuff. But you don't see that. Sometimes the love that we give people, we think that they see that, and they don't. The love that we give to them, we're hoping that it will bring us closer, and it only sets us apart, because some of these people don't want love. They want a business partner. They want just a partnership. That's it. Or friendship. If you have someone who is not doing what they need to be doing in a relationship, but they keep saying, I value our friendship over anything, that person is telling you they would rather be friends. They're more interested in your friendship. And when the relationship is over, you can guarantee they're going to ask you, can we still be friends? Or I would like to still be friends. And my thing, I don't do the friendship thing. I'm not good at it. I'm not. I've been in situations where I tried to go back and be friends, and it doesn't work for me. It doesn't. It doesn't work for me. Because when I took interest in you, I wasn't looking for a friend. And if you didn't want me to have any male friends while we were in a relationship, when I get in another relationship, what does it look like for me to not only have a male friend, but to have a male friend that I've been intimate with, spent 3 years of my life with? How would that look to the person that now loves me? How would that look? And I'm defending our friendship, saying I'm not giving him up. I'm not. Hell no. Hell no. How would that look? And vice versa. All this, let's be friends, and we're gonna be friends no matter what. Once you betray me, I don't give a damn what you want to be. Once you betray me, a person that comes into my life and is more loyal than you've ever even thought to be to me, I'm not jeopardizing anything for you. You put our love on the line. You jeopardize us. I don't care what you want to be. Friends with benefit. You got to go. Once you say you want to go, be all the way gone. You say you want to go, leave the house. Leave the neighborhood. Don't say you want to go and go in the next room. Don't say you want to go and move downstairs for me, next to me. Don't do it. Be all the way gone. Go out of the city. Go out of the state. Be gone. Be gone out of my life. Because that's just another, you can't, the friends, let's just be friends. Now I can see if y'all went on a date or whatnot and you was like, okay, we're better off as friends. That's different. That is completely different. But if I've sat up here and spent months being in a relationship with you, a year being in a relationship with you, or more, I've given my body to you. Come on now. Come on, that's just mind games. What come on now. You never valued our friendship when we were together. So why the hell would you value our friendship now? Y'all have to stop letting these people get away with stuff like that. A woman saying she wants to be friends with you after she was never your friend in a relationship. A man saying he wants to be friends with you, continue the friendship when he was never your friend in a relationship. He didn't give a damn. As a matter of fact, he's the reason why, or as a matter of fact, she's the reason why y'all drifted apart, because she started doing her own thing. They didn't give a dang about a friendship. If you were distancing yourself away from me, how did you care about our friendship? You're doing that because you know I'm a good woman. She's doing that because she knows you're a good man. It's no need for us to be friends. Cut that person, cut them off. It's no need. If y'all don't have even for your kid's mother or your kid's father, talk about the kids only. Just talk about the kids. That's it. We have nothing else to discuss. Our business here is done. It's done, and this is how you wanted it. So don't come to me, oh, we can't be friends. That's so immature of you. Don't come to me about none of that, because you didn't care about being friends. You didn't care about being more than friends. You could have cared less when we were together. So all you wanted to do was go out with your friends. I'm not looking for no friend. I came in when I took interest in you, I wasn't looking for a friend. I had enough friends. I know how to find a friend. I don't sleep with my friends. I'm not intimate with my friends, baby. We have no chemistry and plan on sleeping together. It's none of that. So don't let these people run mind games on you, thinking that you have to be their friend after they get done hurting you. Please, please, I'm telling y'all. Once you let them completely go, you are going to be so free. You're going to be at peace. You start getting yourself back, because you will realize that you were honest. Your intentions were true. You weren't the problem. You was not the problem. They were. And you can't be friends with them. They don't even realize that they were the problem, that they are the problem. And even if they do, they're not willing to change. They're not willing to change. I know it's hard. I've been through that. Still texting him after we're done, hoping that he's going to change, trying to convince somebody that I'm the one and all of that. After the relationship, you're giving less than you were. And that person doesn't even allow you after the relationship to do what you were doing and more. So if they can't see, if in a relationship you were giving your all and they couldn't see that you were a great woman or you were a great man to them, after a relationship you give less. So they wouldn't dare see you giving less. While you're giving less, they're not going to see you as a great woman or a great man. It's true what these people say. Get your little things, be brokenhearted, and heal. Because they could care less. They never did care. They didn't care once they started changing and doing what was best for them. They didn't care. People will ignore the fact that a person starts to do what's best for them. Once they start doing what's best for them, baby, you have to go. If they're in a relationship, you're in a full-blown relationship, telling me what you're not going to do for us. Telling me what you're not going to do for us. And what you're going to do for yourself. You have to change. They have to change. Once a person stops being willing, a relationship requires two willing people. Once that woman or that man stops being willing, once they stop being willing, there's nothing else to talk about. Nothing else to talk about. All right. Thank y'all for listening. And I'm going to go. I really hope that y'all take this, all of what I said, into consideration. It was a video that was longer than I expected, but sometimes you just got to get it out. And I don't want people going through what I went through. Sometimes I make these videos because I always knew how I felt, but I was not always good at describing how I felt, finding the right words to say. So hopefully this helps someone who is in a relationship feeling like they're giving their all, but the other person is not, or, the disrespect that you experience your partner doing to you, you would never consider doing it to them. So you feel like stuff is one-sided, like you are respectful to your partner and they're just disrespecting you. This video is for you. This video is for you. Some of y'all have it figured out, but it's a lot of people that don't. So, hey. And I really hope you listen and avoid heartbreak, because it's going to hurt more. You think you've given 5 years to this person. It's going to hurt more when you give this person more kids. When you give this person more and more of you, because that person is going to take from you. Take and take and take until there's nothing left. And then when they've taken pretty much everything, that's when they're going to decide that they no longer want you. That they no longer take interest in you. I pray that you can avoid a heartache. Enjoy your day.